Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Holly with the Nestle Valley Farmhouse, and today I'm going to be doing my March restocks. I was a little late on getting my March menu out, but I got it done. I planned for the month, so I just figured I'd take you along today, talk a little bit about kind of this season. We're kind of on that shoulder season between winter and spring, and kind of what I'm planning on doing. And I'm also going to be making some bulk pancake mix from scratch. I'm trying that out this month, along with obviously restocking all my pantry items that I have to restock, menus, and just kind of talking about what we're going to do for dinners this month and kind of how things are going with us. So come on along if you want to hear about it. So first off, I'm always, of course, cleaning up the kitchen because today's Monday, so I don't do a whole lot of work on Sundays. I try to really reserve that as kind of my day of rest. I feel like it has really helped take the pressure off. We generally, when we do like kind of family events or hangouts, it's a lot of times on Saturdays. Of course, you know, things like Easter and all those things always end up on Sundays, and that's different. But for the most part, since basketball season has kind of been, it's coming to a close now, but since we have been going through that since mid-December, of course took 2 weeks off over the holidays. We generally have just kind of kept Sundays kind of low key. I don't even cook Sunday dinner. We've been doing just leftovers. I kind of feel like I'm trying to really embrace the seasons I'm in around, not just like my season of life with like my children as the ages they are, but also like my seasons throughout the year. I really have started to really kind of embrace this kind of seasonal outlook, seasonal like focus. And so pretty much winter was focusing on kind of getting revamped, getting ready for kind of thinking about what I want to change this year for our, you know, spring and summer stuff. We actually have pretty much planned all of our summer vacations already, because around here camping is really popular. So like we actually booked a campsite in July for along the beach, and it was funny because we booked in January and it was already like almost sold out, all the spaces that we wanted. So it worked out though, we got it all booked. So I'm kind of getting out of like the planning phase and getting into more of the kind of doing phase when it comes to springtime. I'm a little disappointed. I haven't gotten everything done that I was hoping to get done. Basketball took a lot out of me. The biggest issues, we had 3 in basketball, so it was 3 practices, 3 sets of practices because it was twice a week, plus 3 games every weekend, and it was just a lot. So I just really pared down my expectations and kind of didn't do as much. Like kind of we only did like the necessities, like planning these trips that have to be planned 6 months in advance or you're not going to get a camping spot and all that stuff. So but I'm really excited. So the weather was kind of, we're having fall spring right now, and then we get second winter following week. There is already snow in the forecast, which is pretty typical of this time of year. I feel like kind of February is a wild card, especially end of February, early March. So I was a little behind on kind of making my menu plan, but I decided to, you know, obviously take today and kind of get it done so that we have, you know, I have a plan. I really feel like taking a few minutes, it doesn't take me real long, but just taking a little bit each, like beginning of the month or just at the very end of the previous month, it really helps me just get a game plan together. You know, menu changes happen all the time. That is 1,000% okay, but it really helps me just have an idea. It takes away my anxiety of just like what to cook for dinner and all that fun stuff. So I was very like excited and kind of ready to kind of get into our spring schedule. I'll be talking more on that in subsequent videos. Yeah, we got a lot going on in March. So basketball's kind of come to a close, but my older 2 girls decided they really, really wanted to try softball this spring. So our softball season literally starts the next week. So we have basically a week off from basketball, and then it's like the next week starts softball and baseball. So, you know, we're just kind of going with the flow. I find myself enjoying being busy, but I also trying to find that balance between being too busy and having enough things to kind of keep everybody occupied. So my little homemaking binder that I created, gosh, it's been, I think it was last summer I actually kind of got this thing going. It's really helped me a lot. We are still working on, I have a printer. It's just my husband has to install it and we just haven't done that yet. So I'm literally making the calendar by hand because you know what, why not? So I am basically making the calendar and then I just fill in all the dates. And I went ahead and kind of went along the same line like last year. I kind of do a like each theme for each day of the week really helps, and then it kind of helps keep me, and then it's generally like the same ingredients, which really helps keep costs down because I can buy in bulk, and that obviously helps stretch our grocery budget, which just has been really hard in general to kind of keep on top of, if you know what I mean. So I did want to say though, one change I made this year, we are getting our meat chicks early this year. I'm determined to get them by the middle of March. So I have my normal kind of, as you can see, my normal breakfast and lunches, they're all static. They stay the exact same. And these are for the kids. I normally just eat leftovers. What I am doing this year though is, and I'm actually going to go along with the crock pot meals on Saturdays again, because I really liked how that worked last month. But one change I'm doing is every single Monday, I'm going to either be roasting a chicken or I'm going to be doing, I think, one fried chicken. And I'm going to be basically cooking a whole chicken. I am planning on cooking one whole chicken a week until the new chicks are ready to, or the new meat chickens are ready to be processed. So the goal is we're going to be getting our chicks probably early March, and we are going to be, so they're about 8 weeks till they're ready to be processed. So the hope is we be processing them by the end of April. So that's kind of my thought process. That's where I'm at. So I'm back to restocking. So of course I don't always have to restock everything every single month, but I feel like giving myself just like, hey, the first Monday of the month or whatever, I'm restocking really helps me to get the stuff stocked, because it's really frustrating when, I'm in the middle of a recipe, I'm trying to cook something and my, like my flour is all gone and I have to go back into the laundry room, which has always been kind of our catch-all messy room. And so I really feel like this has really helped me. So I'm restocking flour, which I actually do have to restock flour probably once a week or once every other week. I'm kind of hoping with making the bulk pancake / muffin / waffle mix will kind of help with that a little bit. But also this month, I needed to restock my macaroni. So I pretty much buy macaroni by the 1 pound bags at Walmart because that's the place that is close. I've looked into places like Azure Standard. I just have not, there is a drop close to me. I have heard all good things about it. I just have not been able to really find the time to really kind of look into it and get a drop going. That is something I might look into because I know that they have bulk items, and I wonder if they have like macaroni and stuff, because obviously Walmart's are it's the cheapest price anywhere. I think it's even cheaper than Costco, which works out well for me because I just do grocery pickups once a week. And then when I find that I'm low or whatever, I will sometimes go through and then buy a bunch of restock items too. So my little helper was helping me with putting the stuff away. She loves helping me, and I'm hoping that this will be something as she gets older, she'll just keep helping me with stuff. So I love my drawers. They work out really well. I feel like my pantry is a lot more functional now because I can pull out the drawer, so it's a lot easier for me to store things and all that stuff. So also I ran out, of course, of flour. So what I do is I already have this bag of flour because I generally have 3 months worth of stock supplies, 2 in a bucket and then 1 in just a bag, and I have it on a tall shelf in my laundry room. So I'm just adding this in and I rotate everything through. My goal is for my stock to rotate. I don't want to really we do prep in the sense of we prep for rainy days, or if if there's a snowstorm, if there's a flood, which we're probably okay with floods, or if husband gets sick and can't work for several weeks, so we want to keep our stock constantly rotating, because the biggest issue I run into, I have made the same mistakes. I see my friends make same mistakes where you'll buy a bunch of stuff that you don't really use and then it sits on your shelves for 20 years and it's wasted. So my goal is to try to make sure that we are using as much of this stuff up as possible and keeping a good rotating stock. So I am trying a bit of an experiment this month with So every week I make at least one batch of pancakes, one batch of waffles, and I'm starting to add muffins for Sunday mornings just because they're easy and the kids like them. It's normally like chocolate chip or blueberry muffins. I've made my zucchini blueberry muffins in the past. I'll probably continue to make those too. Normally I just make the mix completely from scratch, and which is fine, but I'm trying to find a little bit of some options to kind of save me some time in the mornings, especially because it's a school day. Wednesday mornings are pancake day. I really enjoy having these static lunches and breakfasts, you guys. It makes things so much easier, and my kids eat the same things anyway, so it's not really been an issue for us. So side note, I will try to link below the recipe that I used for this bulk pancake mix, and I actually doubled it because my glass container I have there was able to hold more. So I just went ahead and doubled it. So it was I think it was 6 cups of flour originally. I put 12 cups in. So just FYI, that's why there's so much in there. But I really want to try this. I'm kind of excited to see how this works out, just to make making it quicker, because I like everything from scratch as much as I can. I'm still trying to figure out a good bread recipe from scratch that my kids will actually eat on a regular basis. That is something that I'm kind of struggling with. So we still buy store-bought bread, but I'm hoping to eventually get to the point where I'm just baking, 2 or 3 loaves a week, and that's what we do. So right now, yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I'm really excited about it, but this will be kind of an experiment this month. And if it's something that I really like, I'm going to stick with it and kind of hopefully get, hopefully kind of expound upon it. And just, I really am trying to streamline things in my kitchen, especially whenever we're in our good routine and when we're busy, we got practices, kids have school. It's just nice to have like all these pre-planned, pre-made stuff out, So I ended up, so I'm stirring it in there, and I kind of realized like it wasn't going to like mix really well. So I ended up actually pouring it out into a big bowl, which you see me grab here in just a second. And that made it a lot so I was able to mix it really well. And then I just used my cup measure and just slowly poured it back into the container. And so, yeah, so I'm kind of excited to try it. I figured I will give you guys an update probably next month restock, as I kind of talk about what things we liked, what things we didn't like, and kind of all that fun stuff. So it's going to just sit on my counter in this really nice sealed glass jar, and I have written down the quote-unquote recipes to make the different items that I want to make, setting it up there, and then that's what I'm going to do for this month, and hopefully it'll work out. Whew, so that was a lot, and I have flour over my face. Sorry, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.